Hey, what's up my peoples? Go here, the freaking geek himself, and it's time to just transform wunderful-trans Ronin. So without further ado, let's just transform it. So the first thing we need to do is just take his head and rotate it 180, just kind of raise his chin up a little bit so it clears, and just turn that around. Now to start working on the arms, you want to bring this section up. You want to take this whole assembly here and just pull this back. Bring this section down. You can rotate around to reveal the wheel. Just open that up like so. You have this section right here that you're going to bring up and out. You can rotate this up, kind of swing this out, and just bring all this down. That will sit there like that. Once you have done that, you want to come down here to the arm. You want to rotate the forearm. So this piece is now on the back. So what you want to do now is you want to rotate the arm at the bicep. You want to bring the hand up so it's just sitting flat like that. Then you're just going to bend the elbow, bring this all the way up, and everything will sit in there like that. This little elbow spike, you just fold that in, and then all of this will rotate up into this section right here like that. And once you've done that, you bring this in, bring that wheel up, and then close all this right back up like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just bring this section up and just pull this back, bring this section down, rotate around to reveal the wheel, open this up. Again, come in here to this section, just kind of push this up, and bring all this out, rotate this section around, just kind of swing it back, bring it down, and that will just sit right there for now. And then back to the arm, take the forearm, and rotate it back, rotate the entire bicep, 180, bring the hand down, keep it flat, and then bring it up and over. Then swing all of this in. Again, take the little elbow piece, bring that down. Then close this up, bring this wheel up, and then push all of this back together like so. And next we're going to rotate these sections up. You're going to come here to these side sections, these silver sections, and untab them from either side. That will free all of this up. You want to come up here and swing these sections out. And once you've done that, all of this will just raise up like that. Then you want to take these die-cast sections here. They're going to rotate in. You want to slide them out as well. They're on a slider. So you want to slide them out. They're a little stiff. Slide them out and rotate them all the way up so they sit like that. The same thing here. You have to give them a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle to get them to pull out. There you go. Slide out to the side and bring that up. This little panel here you can take and just flip that up like so. Now this entire section here, you just kind of want to raise this up, and this will all rotate 180 like that. And this entire section as well is on a track here that you're going to slide all the way up. So just going to give that a pull so it's sitting like that. Once you've done that, you can straighten all this out. You can bring these sections up right here. And then you can rotate these sections down, and they will tab in on either side here. So just rotate these down, and everything will line up right there like that. You can bring these down, have a little tab slot connection right there as well. So make sure everything is straight. Line it up, and tab that in until you have it looking like that. So once you have that squared away, now you're going to take this entire midsection here and you're going to start to straighten it out. And you have this section right up under here you want to slide up. So slide this up, just kind of pull this up as far as it'll go. like that. And also this section here is on a slider. You want to make sure you push this out so all this can straighten up. There we go. And bring all that out, straighten all that out like that. Once you've done that, this section right here will just push together. Just have to have it lined up just right. There we go. Just push that together like that, and then take these two sections and flip them up, and they will tap together. Then you just rotate these back, and you got that done. Right under here, you have these window sections that you're going to just swing out. You have hinges here you need to work with also, so just kind of rotate those hinges out. Get that all lined up, and that will just sit right there. Just bring the other one out, and just rotate that hinge out so you can get that to swing up. And that will sit right there, like so. And now this whole section right here is on a slider of its own. It's going to slide right here at this point. So you just grab hold of this and just push it down. Make sure things are out of the way. And you can see how that compressed in like that. And that will bring these sections down enough. And they can just tab in on either side. So you have that squared away. And now we can start working on the lower body. Now these waist sections here are just going to come up. Unfold that. Just kind of bring those forward, just keep them out of the way. You can just bring that up, unfold, rotate that forward, and just, again, keep that out of your way. This panel right here is going to untab, bring this section all the way forward. These little panels here will fold in on either side, and that will just swing around. All this will come up. You want to rotate this entire thing 180, bring these skirt panels up. This will collapse in, and you can see it just slides down and compresses, and this will just drop down and sit right in here. Let's make sure there's enough clearance here. There we go. That'll drop down and sit right in there like so. Next thing you want to do is take the waist and rotate it 180, and now we can work on these legs here. Now what's going to happen here with the legs is you want to take the side section here, bring that up, that will fold in, just leave that open out of the way for now. You then want to split open the leg. All this will open up to the side like so. This little spike here on the back, just take this and just swing that in like that. So what's going to happen here is we can take this, bring that up, and then we're going to take this entire assembly and we're going to rotate it 180. Just swing that around so it sits there like that. You also have this little piece right at the knee here. You want to just push that in so that it compresses down like that. Once we have that done, you can take this piece and that will just sit right in there. This little section here is on a slider. Just bring that up so you can clear that hinge, and then you can slide it right back down, and then all of this is on a little slider here. You just compress that in like so. And once you have done that, you want to take the foot. You want to just rotate it this way 180. You're going to take this little circular section here. You want to just untab that. Actually, before we do that, my apologies, you want to take the heel, unpeg it, get that up and out of the way, then take this and swing it around, and there's a post port connection for it right there. So just plug that in. Then you have this little panel here in the foot that will compress in like that. And you can just bring that foot up. Just going to get this up and out of the way. And now we can take this section of the leg, take the thigh, and the thigh piece will shift down, like so. You can see how it just sits flush and then comes down like that. And then you can close all of this up. Again, there's a little post port connection right there, so just line that up and plug it in. Like so, and then this section here with the wheel will tab into the thigh. So line that up, and that will sit in its place, like that. So again, keep that toe up, and this section here will collapse forward and end up sitting flush right there, like so. And once you've done that, you just take the leg and rotate it to the outside, and you have that side all done. And we're just going to do the same thing on the other leg, second versus like the first. Just bring that up, fold that in, and just split the leg open. Take this, just kind of swing it out, rotate all of this around. Just make sure things are out of the way. Rotate that all the way around. Take this little knee section here, compress that in. Take this little spike, fold that in right there. This piece, again, just slide that up so you can swing it in, then slide that back down, and then you can slide all of this in like so. Bring this up and sit it in there like that. Take the foot, rotate it 180, undo the heel first thing you do, and then undo this section, swing it around, plug it in. You can bring that toe up, make sure that heel's out of the way so you can close all this up properly. Oh, actually, before we do that, sorry, take the thigh, just shift that down like so, bring that up, peg it in, and then that wheel section will tab in right there, like that. And then take this section here, collapse it down, have all that sitting flush right there. Rotate that leg out, and there you have the legs ready to go. And now that that's all done, you just want to take the legs, kind of rotate them down just enough so you can take these hood sections, and they're going to shift in on this hinge here, so you're just going to collapse in and sit underneath that windshield section. Just bring that down. There's also little tabs that will go into a slot right in here as well, so get all that in place. Again, get those legs out of the way as best you can. There we go. And there's a little hook tab right here. One side goes over the other, so just slide that over, and that'll sit right there. And again, you have those little tabs that need to go in there, so just kind of push those in on either side, and that should all sit flush, just like that. And now that we've done that, we're just going to bring the legs in. Now be mindful, because there is a tab that goes into a slot right here on the thigh. So when you're getting everything situated, make sure that those legs are sitting where they are supposed to be, and make sure that they actually tab in, because if they don't, then nothing else will line up. So get those legs into place, like that. Takes a bit of doing, but it's doable. There we go. You want that sitting flush in there, just like that. And once that's done, a couple things are going to happen here. You have this T-tab that's going to lock in right here, and then you have a tab here on the window that's going to go right in there. So line up this section first, and just push that in, like that. So secure these first. Get those into place, like that, and then you can take these little tabs here, and then you can just kind of push those into place. Make sure all that stays where it's supposed to, like so. And you got that all squared up. And the last couple of steps here is to take this little section, rotate it out, rotate it around, bring it up, and you have two posts that will go into two ports right here. Just line that up and just plug it in. So flip that out, rotate it 180, then just bring all of this up. It will plug in there and in there, like that. These front wheels do shift downward, not a lot, just a little tiny shift downward. They don't move down much. And then you have a little panel right here, and it's going to flip out just to cover up that little ball joint in there. It's a nice little touch. You can get in there. Slip that in, like so. Get everything nice and squozen. And there you have wunderful-trans Ronin in his alt mode. And to get him back into robot mode, first thing we need to do is come here to these little side panels here. Just close those up. And just bring that back. You're going to take the tires, these front tires, and just shift them up again. It's a very mild shift, but they shift upward. Then come here to these fender sections and unpeg them. Bring them out to the side. Take this front section here and just rotate that 180 and then just collapse it up like that. Same thing on the other side. Just bring that out. Rotate this section 180 and just collapse that up right there like that. And now to undo all this right here, first you're going to just take this section here and just kind of push it down. That will untab that windshield section. Just push that down. That'll undo that. You're going to come under here. And you basically just kind of want to push up on this red section here, and that'll pop that right out. Just come up under here, push up on that red section, and you should just pop all that right out like that. And now you want to free up the thighs here from this section, so just kind of pull those out and untab those. You're going to come up under here and just unhook this hood section, and then just get under here and just kind of pull these little tabs out on either side. Remember, it's tabbed in that center portion here, so undo that so you can swing these hood section out. At this point now you can kind of bring the legs down also, so you can kind of have the clearance you need. Just swing those out, like so, and get all that up, like that, and out of your way. You can rotate these legs down, and we can rotate the waist 180, and now we can get the legs all situated again. So now to get the legs transformed up, again we want to just untab this wheel section here from the thigh, so undo that, and then we can take this and just shift this back up. I'm going to rotate the thigh so it is now facing forward, and now we can get everything going here. So what's going to happen is we're going to take this heel section here, just bring this up like so. This hinge here is a bit on the snug side, but get that up, and then open this section up. Make sure you bring up this little panel here above his knee. Just fills things out there. You can bring that toe down. You want to rotate the foot around. And you have that little panel here on the foot. If it didn't do it for you already, just push that out like so. Take the section, unpeg it, swing it around to the other side, and that will sit right there like that. You can then take this heel, and there's a post port connection right there. Just line that up and just plug it in. This little spike deal, just swing that to the outside, and now we can work on all of this here. So take the section, just swing that out. Again, this little gray section here, you can swing all this out, bring this up, swing it out, and then slide it back down. Okay, you can just kind of slide all that out. All of this will rotate around and sit in there like so. And once you've done that, you can just take this and close all this up. You have two posts, two ports right here. Just make sure you have everything lined up just right, and everything will just pop right in. Then you take this section, unfold it, bring that down. That'll plug in right there, like so. Get all that straightened up, and there you have a leg all done. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So again, just untab that wheel section, shift that thigh piece back up, rotate the leg, get up in here, and just bring this heel section up so you can swing all of this out. You can bring that toe down, bring this little panel out, take this, unpeg it, swing it around. Have that sitting square right there. We can rotate this around and plug that heel in like so. Come in here, flip out that little spike deal. That's what I call it, the spike deal. Then take this section here, slide it up, so you can swing it over this hinge, slide it back down. You can slide all of this out. And also make sure you bring up this little leg section there. Swing this out, and then rotate all of this 180, so it's sitting in the leg, like that. Let's do that. Close it all up. Posts and ports. It'll all snap together. Open that up. Bring that down. Tab that in to its home. And there you have the legs all done. You then want to take this whole waist piece here, just bring that down, extend all of this out, bring these panels out, rotate this around, and just bring this up and under, swing it around to the other side, open up these little panels here for that crotch plate, bring this section down, and this will tab in right in there. Just bring that up, line it up, and plug it in right there to make his butt plates. And there we basically have the lower body all done. We can then take these panels here, just bring them down, bring that all the way down so it's in like that, flip that in, and just bring that all the way down on that hinge, and there you go. Next thing we can do is just kind of untab these side sections here. We can flip these down. You want to split this section here, just bring those out, just kind of give you something to hold on to while you pull these sections out to the sides, like so, exposing that hinge. You can now come here and extend this section here, so just grab hold and just slide this up, like that, so you see that bit of gray pop out, and you got that done. You're going to come here to these window sections and just undo them. You just want to rotate this hinge downwards. You can just bring them down, and they're just going to sit in here like that. So just rotate the hinge down, and then bring that down, and they'll just tuck in here like that. Or you can rotate them around. Either way, if you want them symmetrical. You have that sitting there like that. So now it's time to compress all of this in. So you're just going to start folding all this down. You're going to make sure that this has the clearance, because you're going to take this, you're going to push it down. It's going to slide down on this track like so. You want to make sure that this silver section slides through there, so it pushes through, so that hinge pops out right there like that. And then you can bring all this down like so. If you have everything sitting just right, it should just kind of pop into place. Right there. You have to make sure this is pulled out enough. And everything is just kind of sitting where it needs to. There we go. Now that should sit just like that. That's how you want all that looking in there. And now we can take these sections here and just flip them up. We want to untab these sections here, rotate them around like so. Just kind of bring those up. We can bring these panels out to the sides like that. And what's going to happen here is, again, this whole thing is on a track, so it's just going to slide all the way down. So it now looks like that. And then we can take these little die-cast sections here, bring it down, and slide it in. You have to kind of give it a little wiggle to do so. Just bring that down, and just slide that in. This little panel here in the center can come around like so. And once we've done that, we can take all this and rotate it 180. It comes around like that. Then we can bring all this down, and it will collapse down onto his back. And once you have that squared up, these side sections here will plug onto these posts right here on either side. So just line it up. And you're really just kind of feeling for that post to go in. There you go. And that will lock in just like that. Then we can take these sections here and just rotate them forward on either side, and now we can work on his arms. So just rotate these forward. Again, you just want to grab this whole section here, just pull this out, bring that wheel down, just swing this out, rotate the arm down, straighten it out, rotate at the bicep, bring that hand down, then bring out that little elbow piece. Then you can rotate the forearm out to the side, like so. Once you have done that, what you're going to do here is just bring this section up, rotate this bit in, kind of as you're rotating this up, just kind of bring that down so you can finish rotating that. It's a lot of rotating as you're rotating, and then you can take all this and just pop it right in there. Close that up, rotate this wheel around, bring this up, and then just slide all this in to close it up. And just bring that little spoiler section down like that. And second verse is just like the first, so just rotate that down. Just take this little section here, open it up, bring that down, open that up so you can bring the arm down, extend it, again, rotate at the bicep, bring out that little elbow piece there, then rotate the forearm out. Make sure everything is straightened out there, like so. Come to this piece, and then just kind of rotate as you're rotating, and just tuck that in. Then rotate that wheel in, swing it up, and then just slide all this in, close it all up, bring that down. And last thing to do, take his head, and just turn it back around, like so, and there you have Ronin back in robot mode.